know my last owner always said I was sharp and edgy. He was such an ass.
Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, we managed to free the chromatic demon from its captivity, and it took one look at us and went, you know what? I think I'll kill you. And then we went, no, you cannot, for we are armed with knowledge. And then the demon recoiled, going, no, not knowledge, my one weakness. Ah! And then we killed it. It's a good thing the Archmages wrote down all the demon's weaknesses, as well as the weaknesses of all the other Archmages' guardians. If they'd have just focused on killing each other instead, we'd have been in some very serious trouble. But I'm glad they were so dedicated to writing down everything. We took the portal key that the demon had, and went down to level 3, the maze. We barely started exploring it before we encountered Yakman, this mad elf who took one look at us, saw that we talked back, and ran away terrified, through a portal. We followed Yakman, and here we are, the place where Yakman calls home. And there's a magic item on the floor that we can just take. I like free loot, so let's grab it. And let's hope it's not cursed. It does say that it's a pair of gauntlets, but they're actually gloves. Bard's gloves to be exact. These leather gloves do not appear to have any special properties, though they are quite fashionable. This pair of gloves needs to be upgraded in Throne of Bhaal before they're effective, and they are pretty effective in Throne of Bhaal, provided you have a bard, which we don't. So for us, they're just something that we can sell. But that's not so bad. We could always do with more things to sell. We could always do with more money. And trust me, we will find uses for that money. There's also one thing that we can loot. Yakman's ramshackle tent. And it's trapped. Quite heftily, I believe. Fortunately, Hexad is great at disarming traps, and great at noticing them. There's the trap, and now it's gone. Who has the most inventory space? You do. So we'll have you look inside. There's the Madman's Journal, a diamond, some magical darts, magical studded leather, a small amount of gold, and what looks like a scepter. The Scepter of Radiance. The radiance of this treasure is somewhat lacking, as 3 gems have been removed from their settings atop the scepter. If you could find all 3 missing gems, you could reassemble this item. And hopefully we'll be able to do so. This is a magic suit of studded leather, I believe +1. Yep, +1. Not very valuable. And these are darts of stunning. Yes, they are. Now let's read this journal, and probably regret it because it's probably not going to make much sense. The journal is thick and filled out with various entries that are at first legible Elvish, relating the writer's horror at being trapped in the maze and his frustration at the fact that even retracing your steps to a portal you have just travelled through will not lead you back to the area you just came from. The writer is obviously morose and guilty over abandoning his dead comrades, and his writing suffers over time, slowly degenerating into mad scribbles, paranoid ramblings about demons, and wild repeated references to Yakman, written all over the journal. Only once does the mad scripture give way to a clear section, some form of poetry which may be some manner of directions, or maybe nothing more than drivel. I stand in the room that shows the way, and I must get out of here. I flee towards the rising sun, to find the pillar of stone is near. I continue from there as I began, and with the demon speak. He bids me south, to journey onward, to run and not be weak. South until the obelisk I find, with runes on every face. The setting sun draws me on then, into its fiery red embrace. From there I flee to the coldest north, and lay down by the tree. But even there the north still calls. As to the north, I'm free. Well, that is a set of directions that will get us out. Hopefully. We're going to find a lot of encounters along the way, of course, that we're going to have to take care of, but that's just the nature of the maze. Now, where is... There's Yakman! Hello! Let's try and have a conversation with you. Who thinks this is going to go well? You probably shouldn't.
No! No, get away from me! Demons! Demons and illusions! Ah! Frightened Yakman! Must get away!
Kill it! Kill it quick before they're all gone!
We're not going to be killing Yakman, Lillicor. Yakman is clearly mad and won't speak with us while he is mad. But there is a way that we can deal with that. Vaconia has access to heal, and heal is sufficient to get rid of Yakman's insanity. When she started casting, it doesn't matter how far away Yakman goes, the spell will work.
What? Who are you?
I think the spell may have worked. How do you feel, Yakman?
Yakman? That was that ridiculous nickname that atrocious little halfling kept calling me. My name is Tamolin. Where is my party? Where am I?
You've been wandering this maze for years. I just restored your sanity. Thank you, truly, for restoring my mind to one piece. I would have wandered here forever, I think. I must get out of here and return to my life. Whatever is left of it. Is the level above still clear? Yes, I believe it still is. Then I shall go through the entrance portal and leave. I do not know why I didn't before. Too afraid, I suppose. I cannot thank you enough, my lady, for freeing me. Fare you well. We didn't get any really valuable information, but Yakman is now able to escape. Though Yakman didn't grab any of his equipment. Good thing too, otherwise he would have asked where it went. The only problem is, we don't really know our way out of here. We could go and head the way Yakman went and see where that takes us. Let's give it a go. This brings us back to this room, and we know that if we go south, we will end up back at Yakman's former abode. Now, if we follow the instructions in the Madman's journal, if we go towards the rising sun, we will find a pillar of stone. And unless this game has a different cosmology, the sun rises in the east. So, let's go east and see what peril we can end up landing in. Is it beyond this portal? Can we actually reach it? Now, there's a question. Let's try again. There we go. There's a stone pillar and a cornagon.
I'm busy.
I don't know what a cornagon is. I don't remember this enemy. And we need haste. So, I'm going to cast it. Also, we have a status effect on us. Spell failure. Oh dear. That's not good.
My spell disrupted.
That's really bad. Now, they're going to fight each other, the Balor and the Cornagon. The Cornagons are not going to last very long against the Balor. Die, Batsu! You fiend shall never win the blood war.
I am ready.
Maybe we can attack this Balor while it's distracted. Doesn't seem like we're going to be dealing any damage here, so let's consult the book instead and see where we need to go. I continue from where I began. Now, is that saying that we backtrack on ourselves? It's worth a go. Let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, we get horribly lost. Yes, we Batsu are trapped in the maze forever. Something, something, and then it disappeared. The screen went black, which was not great because we took damage while we couldn't see. And you appear to be bleeding. Right, that's going to be a constant amount of damage until we can heal that. Let's see if we can deal enough damage to deal with you two. Oh! The air feels unusually stale and heavy here. It's as if all the energy and power has been sucked from this room. We also have to deal with the Pit Fiend. And that's not good, because there are also some Velethu here. Well, this is turning out to be extremely dangerous. I mean, we could slowly deal with the Cornagon, but it's quite plain to see that we might not be ready for this place. Nope, I don't think we're ready for floor 3 at all. So, let's load up.
Why don't we kill that over there?
And see if we can go back the way we came. This is not something that's probably going to work. We can! That's good!
Very well.
Let's get out of here for now, and do a bit of buying and selling, and see if we can do anything in the Da'anis. Hold. That was pretty tricky.
Whatever.
Oh, and also you are not equipped with the cloak. Let's deal with that. I think it's safe to say that we might not yet be fully prepared for everything that Floor 3 has to offer. Which means that we're running low on options for what we can do in Chapter 2. Let's pop up to the very top. Also, that's a very shimmery banner there. I didn't notice that before. Glows with radiance. So much radiance. Now,
Yes.
let's put on the awesome equipment for increasing our charisma so that we can do some buying and selling. There we go.
I'm waiting.
What do we have to vendor? A lot is the answer. A lot. Now we can't sell the Scepter of Radiance or the Horn. We could sell the Helm of the Rock, but we're really not going to because that's going to be very important later when we upgrade it. We could sell the full plate though. We're not going to sell Ixal's Spike. The Longbow +3 can go, the Halberd +2, the Small Shield can go. The Staff of Air. Do we want that? We don't want the Chainmail, that's for sure. Or the Greenstone Ring. The Paladin's Braces are completely useless to us. Rancor +1. I don't think you can do anything else with Rancor, so we'll sell that. The Guide +2, it's pretty nice, but the bow we have is better. So we'll get rid of that. Belm is a really powerful sword, but am I ever going to use it? Probably not. The Boomerang Dagger is now gone. Are we going to ever use this? No. The Wand of Lightning will keep. We have 2 different piles of full plate. I've no idea why we have 2, but now we have none. Anything else we want to... that's just a really good helmet. That's also a really good helmet. You know what? I'm going to keep them for now. Staff of Fire. We're running out of space here. We can sell that, though. We don't need that. And I don't think we're ever going to use this. It's not worth very much anyway, so that's gone too. Now let's go into our various gem bags and see what goodies we can get from here. Sell this, sell that, sell this, sell all of them. That's good. What about this gem bag? Even more stuff that we can get rid of, like that. This, that, and that. We'll keep the diamonds. The diamonds are going to be useful. Double checking to make sure I haven't sold anything really good, which I haven't. Gem bag number 3. Practically nothing in here, but we'll keep that King's Tier. The potion bag I'm not really bothered about examining. Anything else that anyone has that we can get rid of? We could go into... also, we do want to get rid of all these darts. Get rid of all of them. Get rid of that as well. You have some really good stuff here. The Wand of Cursing has its uses, but the Bard's Gloves are practically worthless. So we might want to hold on to them just so that we can eventually get rid of them. We'll get rid of all of these bullets. Wand of the Heavens we'll keep. We could always do with more Flame Strike. And I don't think we want to do anything with that. We do want to open up this ammo belt, though. Get rid of some of these piles of ammunition. Anything else? The arrows +1 we can... Do I want to get rid of them? I want to get rid of the darts, that's for sure. The darts are completely useless for us. We'll actually not get rid of them. We will get rid of all the bullets, though. We're not going to need these bullets anytime soon. And this is when getting rid of these bullets is a huge mistake. It's really not likely to be. Bolts +3 we'll keep. We'll sell all of that for another 4,000. Very nice. Which then means that we can possibly put all of the other ammunition that we have in there. Possibly. That can go there. That can go there. Yep, we've made a lot of room, and I'm glad that we have. We can also put them in there too, and we can dump this into the bag of holding and forget about it. Until we can upgrade it, whereupon we will, and then we'll just sell it. We also want to put that in there, and the other horn. Who's holding on to the other horn? It's probably in this bag, actually, but I'm going to double check. Is it there? Yep, it's there. Good. That also goes in there. That'll go in there. That'll go in there, because that'll be useful at some point. And that needs to go in there, because we need that to go to the 3rd floor again. And these can go in there. Surprisingly, considering how much space we just made in that bag, we probably already filled it all back up. Also keeping those, we'll do so for the moment, but I'll write down those clues and get rid of them. Also, don't need these anymore. I don't know if we need that tinderbox, so I'll put that in there. The inventory's looking pretty clear. Also, I think it's time to put Neb's head on the ground. We've kept that in his backpack for long enough, and it's probably starting to smell nasty. So let's check in with the Darnie's hold. Can we rest here? We can. Marvellous. Now let's go and check in the Darnie's hold. A long time has passed, and we get another day's worth of time as we move. This is when absolutely nothing's happened, and this whole journey was wasted, but it's worth checking this out. For we may be about to run out of things that we can easily do in Chapter 2. There's probably a way that we can quite effectively take care of level 3 of Watcher's Keep, but at the moment,
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
it's a little bit beyond our capabilities, or at least easily beyond our capabilities. Alright, Major Domo. What's going on?
Greetings, Your Grace.
There's literally nothing going on. Well,
Very well.
that's a little disappointing, but it was still worth popping in to find out. Let's get out of here and pop over to Athkatla, because there is something that could happen. And that all depends on how much time has passed. If enough time has passed,
How long do you intend to crack your whip on my back? I
we're
shall stop now.
we're nearly at a point where we can rest, but I imagine you're going to keep complaining, especially if we travel for another day. So, you know what? We'll just set up camp here, right outside the keep. I mean, we could sleep in it, but we're sleeping outside. And then we'll pop to Athkatla, right over to Joaquin's Promenade.
Yeah.
There was a chance that an event for Hexat may have happened, but doesn't seem like we're going to be fortunate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one final look at the stuff that's available in the Adventurer Mart, because we're probably going to be soon enough going ahead with Chapter 3. We can go back to Watcher's Keep when we are done with the other chapters, and we'll be a much higher level and probably much better prepared to take it all on. But there's a lot of stuff that I might want to buy. There's one thing I definitely want to buy, and I do need to have all of your stuff again. Don't mind me, just stealing your hat. At this point, we should probably have the copy of the hat we have in the bag on Terry's person, but it does save one inventory slot, and we don't want you doing the trading here.
Greetings,
We want
good
you doing the
customer.
trading.
A pearl to you.
Because it's time for us to buy the Shield of Boulder Run. This shield indeed was worn by the hero Boulder Run. It is part of a set of weapons and armor that was stolen from the museum in the city of Baldur's Gate. Reflects beholder rays. This is something that's going to be useful at some point in the future, so I'm going to grab it as a precaution. There we go. And you're going to hold on to it. You're a little far away though. So we'll just put these back here
If you say so.
and pass this shield over to you. Now you're carrying 2 shields. And I think I'll actually just drop all of these. I can easily consult what they say at another time. There we go. You now have 2 shields. And a sword that I'm just holding on for nostalgia. And when we come back, folks, that's not the right person. I'll have done all the buying and selling I want to. That's the wrong slot. You can't put them on your wrists, Dawn. You could try, but it won't work. I'll have done all the buying and selling that I want to do. And then, unless there's something else I can think of, we might actually go to Chapter 3. And you thought it would never happen, eh? Well, it may just be about to. And then another quest comes out of nowhere going, "Wait! Kiko, don't do Chapter 3! There's this thing here!" But I really don't think there's very much for us to do. There's ruling the Da'ani's keep and lands, and there's the option to help Tiris, which we said no, and then there's collecting the fee. Oh, there's also Nira's hidden refuge, but you know what? Nira can stay there for now. I'm sure she'll still be waiting there later on. Most likely. Maybe. It's not like we care about Nira anyway. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.